The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. The financial behaviors of individuals are often intricately linked to psychological factors, yet we frequently overlook this connection, treating investment and finance as absolute rational hard sciences. Author Morgan Housel delves into the psychological aspects, elucidating the importance of both wealth accumulation and preservation. He shares 18 concise financial wisdoms with readers. It's highly recommended that everyone reads this book, as it sheds light on the significant role psychology plays in the process of creating wealth. Through reading, we can grasp the principles of money and understand the essence of how things operate. Although this is a financial and wealth-focused book, it's presented vividly and far from being dull. Let's now explore the main contents and perspectives of this book. Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money, is divided into 20 chapters, with roughly 6 main points and contents. Firstly, the truth about money encompasses the author's observations, insights, and experiences regarding money. Secondly, the power of compounding includes concepts, examples, and significance of compound interest. Thirdly, it emphasizes the importance of both amassing and preserving wealth. Fourthly, the tail end of success discusses the margin of error in business investments. Fifthly, it explores the purpose and necessity of saving money. Lastly, reflection and change. Let's begin with the first part, the truth about money. Money is omnipresent. It impacts everyone and often proves difficult to comprehend. People have diverse financial thoughts. The author believes that all money-related decisions we make in each moment are rational and reasonable, even if those decisions may seem foolish or mistaken in hindsight. Why? Because an individual's personal experience and understanding of money might represent only 0.000000001% of reality, yet it comprises 80% of our subjective judgment of how the world operates. We all think we understand how the world works, but in reality, we've only experienced a tiny fraction of it. This is why everyone's beliefs, goals, perspectives on money, financial approaches, and future expectations differ. Therefore, each of us, you, me, every individual, holds a unique perspective on money, and these perspectives greatly vary. That's why something unimaginable to you might seem logical to me. Morgan Housel points out that the success of financial management is not significantly related to our intelligence but is closely tied to our behavioral habits, which, in turn, are greatly influenced by psychological factors. Another distinctive viewpoint of the author is that every outcome in life is influenced by factors beyond individual efforts, where luck and risk coexist. The essence of both is similar, hence one cannot solely believe in one while disregarding the other. Both luck and risk can occur because the world is so complex, and every action of an individual doesn't always yield the expected results due to numerous variables and the influence of other 7 billion individuals in the game of life. The unforeseen impacts generated by actions beyond your control might be more significant than those consciously made. Once the importance of luck and risk is realized, assessing someone's financial success, whether it's yourself or others, reveals that nothing is as straightforwardly positive or negative as it appears. In reality, nobody denies the role of luck in financial success, but because luck is challenging to quantify, attributing someone else's success solely to luck can be impolite, leading most of us to automatically overlook the significant role luck plays in success. However, one cannot deny the importance of luck. Not all success stems purely from hard work, just as not all poverty results from laziness. Luck plays a part in both scenarios. Therefore, the author concludes that when studying successful individuals, it's essential not to focus too much on specific individuals and case studies but to identify universal patterns. This approach is more likely to yield valuable lessons. The more universal the patterns, the more applicable they become to our lives. The second part, The Mystery of Compounding, showcases Warren Buffett's staggering financial success. Out of his $84.5 billion financial net worth, $81.5 billion was earned after he turned 65. This fact, though counterintuitive, holds true. It splendidly illustrates that when something continuously repeats and accumulates, even with minimal growth, it provides the momentum for sustained growth in the future. Starting from a low point, it can lead to unimaginable and seemingly counterintuitive results in the end. For most people, it's precisely because this cause and effect relationship seems counterintuitive that they underestimate its potential. They fail to recognize how significant growth can arise from seemingly insignificant origins. This principle applies to financial management as well. Buffett's immense wealth isn't solely due to being an outstanding investor, it's primarily because of his exceptional investment journey that began when he was a child. While his remarkable investment skills are undeniable, the secret lies in time, the effect of compounding. Hence, good investment doesn't necessarily mean the highest short-term returns because high-return investments are often one-off and challenging to replicate. A good investment is one that consistently generates decent returns and can be repeated over the long term. This is precisely where the power of compounding truly shines. Compounding strength becomes evident only when wealth is given years upon years to grow. It's akin to planting an oak tree. 1 year of growth won't create significant changes, but over 10 years, noticeable changes occur, and in 50 years, it grows into a towering tree. Part 3. Getting rich and staying rich. There are countless ways to become wealthy, but only one way to stay wealthy: frugality coupled with caution. Forbes' list of the 400 richest Americans sees approximately 20% of people disappearing from the list every decade, not due to death or transferring wealth to other family members. Surviving in the capitalist world isn't easy, partially because getting rich and staying rich are two entirely different skills. Getting rich requires a spirit of risk-taking, optimism, and the courage to take chances. However, staying rich involves actions entirely contrary to taking risks. It demands humility and reverence, recognizing how fast wealth can come and go. It requires thriftiness and acknowledging that part of your wealth is due to luck, so don't expect past success to be infinitely replicable. Nassim Taleb put it this way: having the upper hand and surviving are two different things, the former needs the latter. You need to avoid bankruptcy at all costs. As long as wealth remains safe, the assurance of receiving maximum returns is evident because compounding works miracles given enough time. Safety of wealth takes precedence over enormous returns. To safeguard our wealth to the utmost, a good plan is necessary. The author believes that a good plan doesn't deny the significant existence of unforeseen events. Instead, it fully acknowledges these surprises and leaves ample room for errors. The more specific conditions your financial plan demands, the smaller your margin for error, rendering your financial situation more fragile. If your savings rate allows for a significant margin of error, enabling you to say, if the market returns 8% over the next 30 years, that's great, but I can still accept 4%, then your plan holds substantial value. Part 4. The Power of the Tail. This section begins with a quote from American actor Brad Pitt during his acceptance speech at an Actors Guild Awards. "I've been doing this for about 30 years, and I've learned a simple fact: certain projects will succeed, others won't. That's okay, just keep going." In the realm of business and investment, tail events have a significant impact. A few events influence the primary outcomes. In most fields, we tend to focus on the final product and often overlook the losses incurred during the creation of successful tail-end products. Similarly, when we concentrate on the success of particular role models, we tend to overlook a crucial fact: their success stems from a small fraction of their overall actions. This oversight can lead us to believe that our own failures, losses, and setbacks are due to something we did wrong. Perhaps we did make mistakes. Or maybe we didn't. Our error rate might not differ much from that of investment experts. The difference lies in their ability to seize opportunities and perform better when they make the right choices. But they don't make fewer mistakes than ordinary individuals like us. Therefore, when failure occurs, we don't need to overreact. Even if we make mistakes half the time, it's still possible to win in the end. Tail events drive everything. Part 5. Purpose and necessity of saving. Wealth accumulation isn't significantly tied to our income or investment returns but rather to our savings rate. While investments might lead to wealth, there's an inherent uncertainty about the returns, their sustainability, and the market's cooperation. However, personal thriftiness and saving behaviors regarding financial efficiency and effectiveness wield more control in the money equation and will remain just as effective in the future as they are today. The author points out that if we view wealth accumulation as a process controlled by our own frugality and efficiency, our financial prospects become clearer. Wealth results from accumulating what remains after deducting expenses from income. Hence, even with modest incomes, we can accumulate wealth, but without a high savings rate, wealth accumulation is impossible. When people's incomes surpass a certain level, their material needs are determined by desires. Everyone has basic material needs, and when these are met, people ascend to pursuing comfort in life. Once comfort is achieved, they move to acquire things that combine comfort, entertainment, and inspiration. When we define savings as the difference between our vain self and income, we understand why many high-income earners struggle to save, as they constantly battle the instinct to flaunt and compete with other showy spenders. Long-term successful managers of personal wealth don't necessarily have high incomes. One common trait among them is that they don't care about how others perceive them. If we have enough time, savings provide intangible returns. Even if bank interest rates are zero, you can gain extraordinary returns. For instance, because of these savings, you can choose a job that pays less but holds more value for you, or you can wait for less flexible individuals to be forced to sell financial assets, allowing you to seize better investment opportunities. When wealth accumulates to a certain extent, money bestows its greatest intrinsic value, the ability to control your own time, thereby obtaining more freedom. Final part, reflection and change. Adhering to long-term plans is much more challenging than we imagine, primarily because our goals and ideas are ever-changing. Few can predict their future selves. In a world where everyone evolves with time, sunk costs, irrecoverable expenditures due to past decisions, act as roadblocks in our path. Hence, it's crucial to avoid extreme financial planning goals, accept the fact that things are constantly changing, and act promptly when adaptation is needed. To be specific, at any point in your career, set balanced goals, save moderately each year, allocate yourself adequate free time, limit commuting to a reasonable duration, and spend at least a suitable amount of time with family. With this approach, even if one of these aspects shifts to an extreme, you'll find it easier to stick to your plan, reducing the possibility of future regrets. Maintain optimism and view failures in the wealth creation process as integral parts of eventual high returns. Understand that returns are never free. Lastly, author Morgan Housel offers a critical piece of advice: manage your finances in a way that lets you sleep soundly at night. This doesn't equate to seeking the highest investment returns or stashing a certain proportion of income in the bank. Some people only sleep well when they achieve the highest return rates, while others rest peacefully with conservative investments. Everyone has their preferences. But asking yourself, will this decision let me sleep peacefully at night, can serve as a universal criterion to judge if a financial decision is suitable for you. There's never a universally correct answer, the best approach is the one that suits you. Congratulations on finishing another book. Keep it up.